This video is from the course Introduction. It's designed for complete beginners and assumes you have no knowledge of the subject matter. If you are interested in more beginner, intermediate, or advanced content, check out our website SUBMETA.io.
We're now covering escaping the mount back to half guard. So earlier we covered the bridge and roll, where we roll from bottom mount to top mount. That's a good way to learn it first. It's a nice simple one to learn, but this one's actually higher percentage. It's more likely to achieve this particular one. So going to go from Liv having mount to me having one of Liv's legs trapped between my legs. In order to use this escape, there's going to be two really important things. I want to get inside arm position, where my elbow here is inside of Liv's leg here on the side I want to escape to. And I want to get inside leg position, where my left leg is on the inside of Liv's leg. Okay, so you can see my knee is on the inside of her knee compared to her foot being underneath my leg like so. So I'll talk about my arm positioning first. I'm going to have Liv up like this while I'm talking, but in reality, often we actually want to do a little bump to bring her forward. It's actually easier. It takes a bit of weight off her legs because she's come forward with her posture, but it's harder to see. So we're just going to have her posturing up while I show it. Okay. So I want to have my top arm. So if I'm going to escape to this side, I make sure my top arm blocks the hip. Okay. See, my forearm goes right across the hip. So my hand's on one side and my elbows on the other. Now we've learnt not to expose our arm when we're in mount. I do not want to give Liv access to my tricep where she can start to take an arm bar or start to take the back from here. Okay, so I want to make sure that my tricep here is not facing Liv, and I've got this frame. What this frame does, it stops Liv from moving her hips higher. So if she wants to walk up to a higher mount, she can't do that. I'm then going to try and get my elbow inside the knee, right? So Liv's got her leg tight. To do that, I just shimmy away a little bit. I move my body away and I drop my elbow by my side, and then I move my body back and you'll see it'll land inside the knee. This is where I now have inside positioning. So once I have my elbow inside that knee, I can use it to frame outwards. I can block her from closing that space off. If she tries to pinch her knee in, I've blocked that. Okay, so I've got control with my arms to the best of my ability. It's now time to look at what I want to do with my legs. With my legs, you can see Liv's foot is underneath my thigh, and it's hard to get my leg inside the leg. So what I need to do is move aside, kick my leg out, and flatten it straight. Okay. Once I kick it off and flatten it straight, I don't want to, from here, lift my foot up again. As soon as I lift my foot, she can start to take that space again. Go underneath my leg. Yeah, like so. Okay, go back. I keep it flat. She tries to go under my leg. She's going to struggle to do that. Okay, so I go from here, my leg goes flat, and then I do something called a hip escape. I put my right foot on the ground, move my hips away, and I scoot along the mat a little bit. So see, by pushing off this leg, my hips move in this direction, like so. And a really important thing happened there. My knee went from below, so my knee is below the line of Liv's ankle here, to above the line of her ankle. So I can now trap her foot with my other leg. Right. So I've got my arms in place, my leg is in place, my right foot is going to scoop the leg up, and I push the knee through, trapping the half guard. So some common mistakes. We already talked about this top arm and not exposing our tricep. So make sure your elbow is always on the outside of the hip. Very common mistake I see is people trying to push with their hand. Okay, if I push with my hand, it opens up an underhook. Liv can take control of my arm and take it away from my body. So it's important that we keep our elbows quite tight here. My elbow's by my side, and I'm using my elbow to push, okay? At the last moment of this escape, when I've got my legs in and I've trapped the foot, it is okay to push the foot, the knee, but not early on like this, okay? I'll talk about that in a moment. So common mistakes with the legs is I get the leg flat, and then I see people, when they go to hip escape, they do it with both feet. They go to hip escape like this, and then Liv puts her foot underneath my leg again, and I'm trapped again, okay? So I need to get my leg flat. This one stays flat as my other leg moves my hips, and I trap the ankle here, okay? Keep your foot down. Once I'm here, I then scoop the leg up, and I drag it so it's trapped here. Now it can be okay if I move my body away to use my hand to push, but never open your elbow to do that. So did you notice then when I pushed, I still had my elbow by my side? I never want to go like this, okay? Because the same issue can happen when my arm gets dragged away, okay? So when we're going to push, it will be with my elbow by my side, and I can trap the foot, locking into the half guard. So Liv's in the mount. I'm gonna do a little bridge to get her hands to the mat. I'm gonna get my frame across the hip, get my elbow inside by moving my shoulders away, and I got inside positioning with my arms. To get inside positioning with my legs, I move my leg to the middle, flatten it, do a hip escape until my knee gets past the line of the ankle. Once I have that, I'm going to scoop the leg up, start to move my upper body away, push the leg, and trap it in half guard.
I hope you enjoyed this video from the course Introduction on SUBMETA.io. If you go to SUBMETA.io, you can watch this course for free, uninterrupted, with exercises to help you with recall. Also for free, we have the follow-up course to this, Foundations 1 Escapes, which builds on the content you'll be learning in this course.